Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of 12 days of Christmas extravaganza with Daisy and Chrissy. Today we are doing 4 frosty snowmen, and I'm excited to do this one. It is kind of a fun story documenting how much snow we got last year, and it was a crazy amount for the lower mainland. It is not normal to get a lot of snow here. Normally it's rainy and it's cold. It does definitely get cold, but it's normally just rainy. And I think we had like 5 or 6 snowstorms last year. It was pretty crazy. And I've documented these photos in separate stories throughout my December daily and some layouts, but I thought they were really good representation of how much snow we actually got. So I'm going to go ahead and re-scrap them. They were kind of extras anyway, so it was nice to be able to use them. And I am going to use my snowmen in some fun ways. First thing I wanted to do, however, is kind of get a feel for what I wanted. I kind of wanted a wintry background, but I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to kind of do it. So I start by taking the Joyful collection from Elle's. Is it Elle Studio? LE Studio? I never know which one it is. I think it's Elle Studio. And I am going to go ahead and use the snowflakes, and I wanted to use those purple stars, but purple really wasn't going to match. But when I flipped it over, I liked the number countdown. I thought that was fun, kind of representing days, and considering this is talking about how much snow we got in numbers, I just kind of thought it all went together. And what I end up doing is liking that. I like that way that it's layered. And layer my photos on top as well, and I'm digging that. I like it. They're pretty cute, and it's gonna work out. And especially like the fact that 2 of my photos are snow, like white or snow. They're all snow, Christy. Are white, kind of brighter, and then the middle one was taken at night, and so it's got a softer tone to it. So I'm definitely going to put that night photo right in the middle there. And what they are of is, the one is of my of my car covered in snow. That was one of our big snowstorms that we had. The middle one was taken New Year's Eve, and I took it and posted on Instagram how thankful I was that we weren't going anywhere, because snow with New Year's Eve would not mix well. Everyone drinks, and as much as you try to tell people not to drink and drive, it still happens. So I was very thankful we weren't on the road this year. And then the last one is of my son in the snow, because of course I had to have a photo of him in his cute bright red jacket, and it was up way past his knees, and it was just adorable. So I'm liking that. But I wanted to add just a little bit more, and like I said, I'm wanting a wintry background. So I grabbed 2 stencils. One of them is from my Secret Not Secret Kid Club that I got from my December daily, and that's the snowflake one. And then I'm also taking this dot one to make it like different types of snow. So there's like 2 types of snowflakes. And I'm just using some shimmers that I picked up from the Spiegel Mom scrap store. We were trying to get rid of some of the older product that was there so we could bring in some new shimmers, and we were successful in doing that. So Jody has brought in some new stuff, so make sure if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check that out, because it's some pretty neat stuff. Jody picked some really cool new things, and she was one of the very first shops, if not actually, I think she was the very first shop to get to release it. So it was very exciting for her, and I love that. So there we go. I love this. It's kind of fun, and it's got a wintry tone. I used Barely Blue and Sandy Point, Sandy something, which is textures, like it's got grit in it. And then the Barely Blue is a dazzler, so it's a smooth medium. And I love the differences, and it definitely gave the vibe I wanted it to have. So I'm going to go ahead and use a half background for that. I love that. That little pop of teal really helps kind of being able to bring in the big snowman that I want to use, and a couple more pops of teal that I'm going to add. And because, it kind of, snow and teal kind of go together, because they can kind of be like represent water and stuff like that. So, in the back of my mind, I know it's silly, but when I scrap, in the back of my mind, I think of little things like that. I don't know if you do, but man, I those little things that only I would probably ever notice, but I think about them and I make them a big deal. So I'm going to play around now. Like I said, I like this, but it's not enough. I need one more layer of something. I also have to add in the rest of my snowmen. So the one thing is I like this idea of using the snow report because it was just crazy how much snow we got. So I thought that was a nice tie-in for that. And then I'm also trying to think about where to add the snowmen. And I only did this because this was Jackson's kind of big first real snowstorm. But he was a little nervous, and so we didn't build a snowman or anything because he didn't really want to touch the snow. He wanted to walk in it and throw it at us, but he didn't really want to build a snowman. So I don't have a snowman photo to do a snowman layout with. So this is kind of my way of being able to do the snowman and kind of still make it make sense, if that makes sense. So I end up using my 4 snowmen in these ways. So you can see the big one that I placed on the photo. You can see me fussy cutting out a little one. She's a cute little girl because she's got a pink hat. And I'm going to put her down at the bottom. And I love that. There was a little bit of white space where mixed media hadn't gotten down there. So it was nice, a good place for that. And then I used that flare. Isn't that the cutest little flare? I have had that for a very long time. I think 3 Christmases now, and never been able to get it on a layout. So I was so excited to finally get that on there. And I just placed him right in the middle of a snowflake. So I really like that. And then my final one, which you will see, I kind of showed it while I was talking, but you'll see it in the finished one too, is the one that I fussy cut out actually had the word snowman on it. And I didn't want to make this layout look like I was just throwing snowmen everywhere or that it threw up. And to add another snowman as I was trying to do it, it did. It just wasn't working. So I decided that just adding the word snowman counted. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it's not because it's still technically a snowman. So that's where that 4 snowman's coming from, even though you don't technically see it. And if you looked at it, you would think it was just 3, but it's 4. It is, I promise. So, okay, I like that. And then because my son is wearing a bright red jacket and I didn't really have red anywhere else on the layout, I decided I needed to bring in a pop of this really fun pattern paper, again from the Joyful Collection L Studio. And it was exactly what was needed. It just kind of helped pop it up. It doesn't make him look so funny, and though I love that photo and your eye does go to it, with that pop of red, it doesn't go to it as sharply as it did without it. So I love that. And I was also able to fussy cut out the word Winter Wonderland from that same sheet. And I just placed that over the snowman. I thought that was pretty cute there. I did pop that up a little bit on foam, so it's got some dimension down at the bottom. And then my title is going to be called So Much Snow. Super original, right? But that's all. I mean, that's what this, I could not get over how much snow we got. Like, it just was insane. It was crazy. And so I want to just be simple with it. This is kind of a busier layout with my mixed media anyways, so a simple title I figured would work just fine. And I'm going to try to figure out where exactly I want everything to go. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to take away the word much in that red. It's beautiful, beautiful thicker. But I'm going to take it away and use an older one that has like white kind of chunky glitter on it, which again kind of represents snow. And then I'm just going to pile it, but I'm going to place it on my photo instead of around my photos. I'm actually going to place it on the photo of my car, because all you need to know is that it's my car filled with snow. Like, it doesn't need to have, it's okay that it's covered up. I'm not covering up anything important. So I thought that it would work, and I love that. And it worked really well being able to read the word much on my photo. So that was kind of the perfect way to make that work and be able to use that thicker. And I am trying to use those up because I'm almost done with them. And it's getting harder and harder to make words. So that was an easy one because the vowel was a U. And obviously I'm going to have a few U's around. So there we go. The word snow is with that beautiful gold thicker that I got from my kit. And I love it. It's got the prettiest font. Oh, I love it so much. So I play around a little bit where I think the placement should go, but it's just going to go ahead and go right back up where it is. And then my final touch is I go back to my chipboard, which is the Falala chipboard 12 by 12. And I'm going to pull off all the snowflakes. And there's 4 of them, which was kind of nice because it does kind of still give a little nod to the fact that we're on day 4. But I'm just going to place them on the snowflakes from the mixed media as well. And I did it strategically so that the red one is down at the bottom, because that way there's a triangle, visual triangle effect of red there. And then I did the black up. You can see where I'm placing them. You're kind of messing around with it right now, but that one is going to go back up there. And as I tucked that one down under the word snow report, I thought, oh, I need to use that really big one and place that one there, so it's kind of still connected to my sun for the visual triangle. And then that black one just goes up just a little bit. And why I love that is because it also made a visual triangle between those three elements with my flare and my snowman. So I have 3 visual triangles. So there you have it, day 4, and we will see you tomorrow. Be sure to go check out Daisy's take for this day. See ya. Bye.